Aha! A fantastic new episode has just hatched. It was dreadful. Hello, welcome back, everybody. My name is Kavalech, and let's grab ourselves a deadly chat. Yes, indeed, welcome back once again to In-Depth Dark Souls. When we last left off, I had been doing some farming to try and get one of these bad boys, which we'll talk about now, and also get our head. You heard me. Get our head. No, evolve this head. So we'll talk about that first so that we can get rid of this fucking thing. So let's warp while we talk about it a bit. So like I said, yeah, when you first get the egg, I suppose, it just takes a load of your money. But then when it evolves, it's evolving. Doors Chaos, yeah. When it evolves, it becomes this. It becomes this higher form, and you gain... Instead of a kick, I can no longer kick. I now do this. Yeah, see that there. It's horrendous. Not great for staggering, but it actually does do great poise damage. So if you're playing PvP or anything and you want to catch somebody off guard, because if somebody rocked up like this, I have a feeling there'd be some people who'd go, what the fuck? And then if you hit them with the old, you know, you're attacking and then you just go, BAP! I'm sure they'd be like, what the fuck just happened? I don't believe there's any extra dialogue for this, but...
Oh, hello. What is it that you need? Have you heard?
No. I didn't think there would be. But yeah, and that's basically it. There's no extra rewards, there's no hidden dialogues or anything with it. As you can see, there's nothing. You just, at this stage, you either use it because you want to have it because it looks cool, or it's part of your lore, your roleplay, or because you want to use it in PvP. If not, then we will do this something that is normally forbidden, but under special circumstances. Num 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 num. And then that's it. Now you can go and get done again, but you can get done again, you heard me. But I think we're all good for now. Let's pop on a cool... Oh yeah, that looks fucking sick, doesn't it? I don't like the way it's clipping at the back there, but it's kind of cool looking.
Oh, hello. What is...
I don't think you have anything to
you
say.
heard?
No.
But what if...
Nothing to say. Maybe tomorrow we'll wear this hood. As you can see, I love the fact that it darkens your face. Maybe tomorrow we'll wear the hood. Maybe we'll wear the top hat today. Why not? I know I wore it in my original playthrough, but it kind of suits everything, really. It's a cool armor set. Oh yeah, by the way, we're rocking the brass set, the leather gloves, and the crystalline leggings, just because I thought they matched. With the snickering face, it works. I think it works. So the man sword. I went on about this sword. This is a plus 14 variant. 264 plus 205. And we do have... While I was farming for chunks, I got another slab, funnily enough. And you could see if I was to upgrade it again, 275 plus 214. Like, that's not a small amount. That's a good upgrade. I'm not going to, just because we don't need to. And in case I want to use anything else, the last couple of episodes here. Ooh, controversial. I didn't realize we would now be slow rolling. Do you know what? We can take the bow off for now. Yeah, we can take it off for now. But yeah, the man sword. So, great sword. Obviously, if we two-handed as well, we're going to do more damage. 264 plus 245. 264, 205. So you can see there, you get a bit of scaling as well with it. It's A scaling, one of the best, just purely physical, straight-up sword strength weapons. Really good weapon. Single-handed blade, blood-stained greatsword is a choice weapon of the slithering serpent men of Sen's Fortress. An ordinary human will have great difficulty swinging this heavy beast effectively. And you can see on it there, you can see like the rust and the blood and stuff like that. It's a pretty gnarly-looking weapon. Nice moveset as well. That's your standard two-handed R1s. That's your one-handed R1s. Your one-handed R2 is this. Your rolling attack is this. And then your two-handed R2s are horizontal swipes. Hold on. Horizontal swipes take a lot of fucking stamina. I just realized, Jesus, this is a stamina-hungry bitch. Yeah. And the rolling attack with this is also a slam down. So it's got a great variety. The only thing is you have no poke whatsoever. But, I mean, when you're doing this much damage, does it really matter? Probably not. Let's be honest. Now, why are we running down this way? Come on, Cal, we gotta get down to... Let's get down to business. We do have to get down to business, but we have gotten the orange shard ring now, so I'm going to quickly clear this little section because it's only small, and I thought where better to put it than here before we enter Isolith properly. Let's get this out of the way so that we don't end up forgetting or anything like that. This is how I feel about it, really. You know. Now, you could pull these one by one. That's actually why I had the bow, because I was going to pull these one by one, but it really doesn't matter. Oh, also, yeah, with the serpent thing, it's also buffable. So, you know, you can really get some fucking damage out of this motherfucker. It's a strong weapon. When I say strong, I mean strong. I'm talking about fucking strong. Hold on a second here now. Let me just try and eke our way forward a little bit. So we just edge our way forward. Even without using a bow, we should be able to, yeah, pull them one by one. Again, as I said, I understand people... Oh, fuck. I rolled straight into that. Ooh, not damage, though. Look at that. Like, two or ones pretty much got the kill. You know, that's incredibly fucking... Now, we are... Well, actually, we're not really, because when you look at it, we only have 35 strength. Realistically, if I was doing this in a build, I would have 40 strength, or even 50 at this point. That was nearly a fucking... Oh, I love that. You know? Because this is like the end of the game now. We've done all the hard stuff. You know, so if your build isn't fully online at this point... We pulled the two of them at once, did we? He's going to go that way for some reason. I don't believe the lava hurts them. But if it does, fuck him. Oh shit, that might kill me. Oh, it didn't, because he's stupid. Because he's stupid. Whoop. That's what this is for, Kyle, remember. One dead. Roll that one. Like, it trivializes this, let's be honest. And that's why we love it. Demon's Great Axe. I don't believe... We did get a Demon's Great Axe already, didn't we? Yeah, it's his one we didn't get yet. Yeah, the machete. Okay. We'll try and get a machete. But yeah, as I said, look, I understand people not liking this section completely, because it's just copy-pasted Taurus demons, and then down below is copy-pasted Thing demons, but overall... I really don't think it's that bad. Not the worst. And again, as I said in the last episode, in case you didn't watch that, my defense is just that, my defense is that, yes, okay, they did kind of just plonk them, and that's bad. But actually reusing the Taurus demons isn't bad. Because at the end of the day, it makes full sense to me that there is more than one Taurus demon. They are a demon. At the end, well, another Grey Axe. Fucking hell, we're rolling in Grey Axes today. Also, funny, if you notice, they don't run straight towards you. The pathing in this game is unusual, to say the least. 2 R2s should do it. Yeah, 2 R2s. Nice. 2 licks to get to the center of it. It's bad rule. The pathing is quite funny. You saw them kind of turn and then come forward. Like, it's... I don't know. It's funny anyway to me. Can actually see down a little bit more into the back here of this. I can't really walk forward because it's a slope. Oh no, there we go. As I said, keep this dome in mind. We will be talking more about this as we go. Thank goodness the bloom has been fixed, because the bloom here was dreadful before. I always imagined there'd be like a cave here and it would lead to like a whole other area, but unfortunately, all that's here is just more lava and then some items. I don't believe there's anything up here. No. There's literally nothing up here. There's literally... The only reason you want to come here at all, you can avoid this 99% of the time, unless you want to come on here and grab the Chaos Flame Ember. Then you want to get your happy little ass in here and grab that. We'll read it now in a second. I'll just grab this item too while we're on the run. The Cheeto lava is... Oh, hello. Get up there. Get up. And yes, that has gotten me killed before. Weird slope. The Cheeto lava is Cheetoing Though, as I said, it's not as bad as it used to be in the original. But now, the Chaos Flame Ember. Ember required for weapon ascension. Chaos Flame Ember is an art of the lost city of Izalith, handled only by blacksmiths knowledgeable in ancient methods. Chaos weapons are demon weapons, augmented by humanity, which inflict fire damage. And again, it's another one of them ones where you will get a boost if you have up to 10 humanity, which is rather nice. We may as well... I was going to go back up and go through that way, and you take the shortcut, but if I can get us a... First fucking try, look at that. First fucking try. Do you like that shit? I like that shit. I know we could read these earlier, but it's good to refresh our minds. Because we could only read them when we were down in the swamp way back at like episode fucking 3 or something. Well, it wasn't 3, but early on when we, whatchamacallit, got the shit from Shiva the East. Anyway, Ultra Great Sword, attack type regular. The lesser copper demons use these great swords in pairs. The blade is cast iron and hooked. The sword is imbued with no particular magic, but for those who have strength, the great weight will smash foes mercilessly. And yes, as you can see, it's very heavy and also very fucking strength hungry. Meaning that we can teleport back up. I know some people have been at me saying, oh, you fucking over-leveled and you did this and that and everything. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't really regret it because I wanted to show shit off. I've said multiple times that this is not... this isn't a challenge run. It's literally showing off as much as I can of this game. And the best way I felt to do it was to level up a load of stats high enough, you know. Yeah, and that's basically just how I feel about that, to be honest. Now, so we could go through the shortcut that we opened, but we're obviously not going to do that. We are going to go through the normal means to show everything, and then I'll show you where that shortcut leads to, which would be good. Another day today, because today is the, for if you're watching this in the future, welcome. But if you're watching this in the future, today is the 23rd of December, 2025. Dating it. But yeah, so it's literally Christmas at this point. As I said in the last episode, if you celebrate or not, I do hope you have a great time. But it's nearly Christmas, meaning I am incredibly busy. And I got all this shit on, and then family stuff, and then, you know, got to get everything organized for the season. God, I love it. Even with the not looking like amazing, I still love this area. So yeah, so again, this episode today may be a little shorter, but don't worry, because we will get some really good stuff, including the end of a questline. Yes, so big stuff happening today, and then I suppose we're home stretching it. Really, we're ho and all the way. It'll be a Christmas, Merry Soulsmas. Ho. Yeah, but it'll be a Christmas ending, I suppose, which is kind of nice. I like that a lot. Anyway, let's get going around here. Let's get going around here now. You fucking funny. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Now, Lost Izalith. This area I can't really fully defend at all. This is the area that they have apologized for, and they have very clearly said, look, we ran out of time. We just kind of threw together what we could. But to be honest, there's still some good stuff here. First of all, I still think this area looks fucking cool. Now, obviously, this bit with the lava and the dinosaur butts, which we'll talk about in a moment, not great. But overall, this, as I said, is the architecture is from a place in, I believe it's Thailand, but it's definitely Southeast Asia anyway. Which, funnily enough, Miyazaki has said in an interview that Southeast Asia, to him, is very kind of demonic. And I'm like, are you allowed to say, is that okay? But yeah, we'll go with that. Sure, Miyazaki. Now, this was another reason why I wanted a bow. This isn't a good idea, and it's gonna get me fucking killed, but we'll try our best here. I wonder if I put on some lighter gloves. The black leather gloves? There we go. We'll try our best here. Yeah, so that's his story, and he's sticking to it, as he said. But as I say, anyway. But what's cool about it is that I'm not gonna lie. For when I was young and everything, it never actually clicked with me. It's the lost city of Izalith, of course. No, I was a kid, I was stupid, but it's the lost city of Izalith. So this is, yes, okay, the main kind of structure and whatever, but all of this area probably would have been city. This is a highway, which I never really thought about. I'm like, oh yeah, it is. It was a highway in and out of the city, which is, as we'll see later on, a little bit later on, this is actually the shortcut that we could use, which I love. I love that you can see it from here, and I love that actually, I think from back here you can see the, maybe not. Can you there? Maybe that's the top of him there. I believe there's a little spot anyway where you can see the demon, the Titanite demon that's on the highway, which is cool. But yeah, like this is a whole ass city. Now it's encased, as you can see here, and this is what I was talking about earlier. A lot of people don't stop to look at this. They just kind of run in here. But what are we running on? We're running on a route. What is this? This is the side of that dome that we were looking at from up above. So the entire city was encased inside this dome, perhaps to prevent the spread of the Chaos Flame. Who knows? Maybe to stop the outbreak of demons. Anything like that is possible. But what I love about this is that if you take the shortcut, that's because you're with the Chaos Servants, the Daughter of Chaos there, the Fair Lady, and she's allowing you passage into the city. So, it's somebody who has access to the city. But if you don't, or if you want to come this way, we are breaking in through this hole that this route, which is it the root of an arch tree? No, probably not. It's most likely something to do with the Bed of Chaos exploding out of the city. And we'll see a lot more of kind of things like this as we get in further. But exploding into the city and actually breaking through the dome. So the protected barrier, and I love this, like you see so many protected barriers in movies and games and stuff like that, but they never really talk about it in this game. It's just here. And they never make mention of it having a protected barrier that's busted open because of the fucking thing. Everywhere else is sealed off. But yeah, so let's pop one of these guys. So these are, I mean, look, I'm not gonna, ooh, fuck, I'm not gonna try and give too much lore on these, because I'm not gonna lie, there isn't really too much lore on these. I was about to say, I was like, where the fuck did he go? There isn't really too much lore in these. You can kill them. I guess, oh god, they're so glitchy and everything. I guess the whole thing was they were like, look, they probably had a whole thing with this area. The fact that he just like goes through the fucking wall and everything is so funny. I can see it. I can see what they were going for here. Because this section, in a way, is kind of cool. Unless you kill them like that, one by one. And you can't kill them, and they don't respawn either, I don't believe. You can kill them all. But realistically, the way through this area now, as it stands, who knows? I can't really say what the plan was. But now, the way it works is almost like, I suppose, a Metal Gear Solid level or something, where you kind of pick your way across, trying your best to avoid these big fucking things. Now, they can hit each other as well, which is quite funny. But, yeah, it becomes almost like a Metal Gear Solid level, which is quite cool. But, yeah, they are, unfortunately, really just not finished at all, and you can very much tell. But I don't know, maybe it's Stockholm Syndrome of having played this level so much. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's just the charm of it because of whatever, but I don't know. I find them charming. I find them charming. They're in stupid fucking places, and there's too many of them, and it just looks god-awful. And funny enough, I actually think if you just took a few away, made the lava look a bit better, and made more of a route, you'd go, do you know what? Yeah, okay, maybe it's not a lot of enemies there or whatever, but it's an alright area. Instead, unfortunately, the way it is, it just looks haphazard, which is what it is. You know, you can see more of the dome up above there. We are inside like a big, I suppose, yeah, like that, the dome, and then the lava everywhere in the volcanoes. It's a cool area. There are items. I think there's like 1 or 2 items around the corners and stuff. There's nothing important in here. Like, realistic, I'm not even gonna. Again, it's another one of the things. I think I did it in one of the episodes as well. It's one of them things where I'm like, I'm not. I know we're picking up anything that's lower important. I will pick up items as I can. Like, I'm not gonna purposely miss things, but we're mainly just going for lore importance. You can see the top of the dome actually is broken as well there. Interesting. But there's no point in me trudging through lava and shit for, like, chunks or a fucking soul of a Ray Warrior or a soul of a hero there. These guys are here now. These are the other main enemy that we'll find in here, which obviously we saw outside as well. So protecting, maybe? I don't know. Some of them, and I like this as well, some of them aren't alive, which is cool. Which I quite like. As I said, there are parts of this level that I enjoy. Oh, this bit's open. So you can get into the center of these towers. Very interesting. And in this one is... Ooh, soul of a great hero. For it would truly take a great hero to get here. Apologies, had to pause there for a little sneeze. But yeah, so as I said, I'm not a big fan of some of this, but overall it's not too bad. And we are getting attacked, so I'm gonna run like the fucking clappers. Run! Ah! It's also just far too big, this area. I'm not gonna lie, it's far too fucking big. They just kill each other? Oh no, I think he just killed a normal enemy, which is quite funny. But yeah, you can see the thought process. It's just unfortunately not a good thought process. Twin Humanities there, you can see an item in the distance, 2 items in the distance there. I'm gonna have to show those items, aren't I? I've seen them now. We're gonna have to go get them. Don't think this fall will kill me. Ooh, no, it didn't kill me. Okay. Well, let's go have a look then. Let's go fly a car. And this will prove my point, actually. Because, like I said, there's really not anything important down here. So let me prove that point by coming around and getting these 2 items here. Again, I do love, though, even they still tried a Divine Blessing. 2 Divine Blessings, literally useless. They still tried with having items in a sight line that you can see so that you know, want to go over and explore and stuff. It's just unfortunate that not important in the slightest. However, now I just thought this was common knowledge. I have since learned when I did 2 of my runs, actually, both my original playthrough and my live stream, I've since learned that not everybody knows this. So the way on with the level is there. But we have learned that there is a middle of these, and if you are looking around and you're thinking, oh, well, I can't get into this one, but if you are persistent with it, you will be able to come up here and cheeky little bonfire, checkpoints in disguise. And the thing about this one is, I'm just going to kindle this just because. In fact, I'm gonna kindle it twice because I'm a motherfucker like that. The thing about this one is that this bonfire really fucking helps if you are going to... Actually, yeah, I'm clever sometimes. I'm clever. Order of operations. If you have to run back to the boss or anything like that, that bonfire is a godsend because it means you don't have to run as far. You know. Obviously, it's not ideal still. But if something does go awry, it is nice that you can do that type of thing. You know. Yep. That's that, really. But we are coming up here now, so we're breaking into the city. Again, I love the whole idea of breaking into the city through the kind of the routes of what will be the boss. Well, we don't know at this stage, obviously, but we will find out it is the boss. One-handed kill? Oh, no, well, you're not alive, so that doesn't help. Not quite. Another level up and I would. However, an or 2, though. Ow. Ow. That's gonna kill. Heal. It is funny though, it's a little bit like old Disney cartoons. In this version, in the original, you couldn't tell the difference between the two at all. Remember that item for later. You couldn't tell the difference between the two at all, but in this version, it's kind of like old Disney cartoons, where they're slightly different color and texture. So, you know, oh gee, I wonder which one is gonna come to life. That's just a funny quirk of... Well, I say a funny quirk, it's just kind of when you half-ass a fucking version like... Well, I hate to say half-ass. They did do a lot of work, but they also didn't really. Like, there's really not that much of a difference between this and the original, in my mind. Maybe, I'm sure some people could look at it and say, absolutely not, Kyle, you know, there is a huge difference. But in my mind, I'm like, if you're going to do a remaster, and again, this isn't From, because FromSoft didn't make this version. If you're going to do a remaster, put a little bit more. I sound like such a bitchy fuck. I'm so grateful that I can play this on my PS5, so, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, there's nothing here. Now, let's meet the other enemy of this area. Well, there's an item here. Hold on, let's grab this item. Spoilers, you already saw him, but... yeah, these things. And people tell me FromSoft don't have designs that they love. They are in love with their eyeballs. Look at the fucking eyeballs on this motherfucker. Huh! Ooh, nearly a one hit. We'll get another better look at one of these now in a moment. But yeah, they're horrendous. I always think there's going to be stuff around all these corners. There isn't. Now, if we go running up the stairs, we're going to have to deal with her and an old friend. So instead, what you want to do is just kind of hit the bottom of the stairs, see the flame, and then we'll wander off this way a little bit. We're not even going to go up the stairs yet anyway, because we want to do some other stuff. There he is. Finally, the third and final time he's going to come and get us. Can you get us the third time? No. No, we can't. 3 times! And every single time, we just killed him in like fucking 2 seconds. Per Kirk. Per Knight Kirk. Per Knight Kirk. Oh, we got a shield this time and a sword. Now, I actually think that's what he would have dropped last time. But he decided to fucking jump off the side. But this game sometimes can be nice to you. And it still gave it to me. So we got a shield and his thing. It's because he only has 3 spawns, so they give them to you. Look at that, though. It's so cool looking. Now, so we got his barbed straight sword. The choice weapon of the infamous Darkwraith Kirk, known as the Knight of Thorns. From the gnarly spikes are his favourite weapon. This frightful sword deals only thrust damage and causes heavy bleed. Which is pretty fucking sick nasty of him, I'm not going to lie. And I think the shield says pretty much the same, but we'll have a look anyway. Yeah. Covered with spikes, yeah. Can be used as a weapon. And yeah, literally everything. We'll see. We'll be able to maybe get some more of his items, and we'll see. He loves his whole... he loves his spikes, as we could tell. But also... What was great about it, you are stuck on the side. You were meant to jump down and ambush me, but you didn't. But also, he's just a badass. He's a cool NPC, he just unfortunately always dies really quickly. I need a hero. Now, remember I told you to remember that fucking item from earlier. We are going to drop down and get it now. And some very interesting little lore piece here. It's a rare ring of sacrifice. Why is that interesting, Cal? Well, if we read the rare ring again, the mystical ring was created in sacrificial rite of Velka, the goddess of sin. The magenta-shaded ring is especially rare. Another follower of Velka, or was Velka trying to come down here to do some shit? What I love about that is that you can so tell the reach that Velka has in this game. There's Velka shit all over this game. For a character you never meet and is, I think, spoken about once. It does. I think the Pardoner, I think Oswald, he's the only one who actually says her name, does he? Does he even say her name? I don't fucking know. But either way, she's such an influential character and such an interesting character. You get stuck as well. Yeah, you can see the enemies here, unfortunately, just don't have a great time. God love them. But I love this area so fucking much. I love this area so much. Yeah. So we've a couple of things to do here. We're not going to go that way just yet because that way is important. For now, let's kill these fuckers. Just to get them out of the way. That spin attack is so nasty. I love it. Oh, it makes me giddy. Oh. But this way, if we remember, we can actually see across now into the dinosaur butts again, or the dragon butts, whatever they are. And this is the bridge, the highway that I was talking about earlier. So yeah, you can see right back down there. Back down there is the bonfire, I believe. Or is it further along? No, it's further along that way. But that would be where the Soul of the Great Hero was. Yeah, that's where the Soul of the Great Hero was. And that one, I believe, is where the bonfire is. And in this area we didn't really do anything with, but you can see it's not fucking finished is what you can see, but you can see into it. And then this guy's here. Hello. I believe he's the only one that respawns, so if you need Demon Titanite, it's this guy. I believe. Don't quote me on that one. I'm not going to fight this guy because, as you can see, even with this weapon that is fucking kicking so much ass, he takes no fucking damage. I've never been a big fan of the Demon Titanites, I'm not going to lie. They're a pain in the fucking ass. We'll kill him. Why not while we're here? While we're here. When you're out, as they say. I also just find it a really fucking awkward area to fight, but that's just how it is. There's better ways to fight this guy, to be honest. In my mind, I always just think the bow is the best way to fight him. That's just... Ow! That's just me. Heal. In fact, I have a bow with me, so let's do that. Because you can kind of space him, just get a shot off. Ooh, fuck. Get a shot off. And then just kind of move backwards down the highway. It's not exactly fast. And he's probably going to try and shoot me in a moment. Or jump on me again, but... You know. Again, showing how useful the... Ow. How useful the... He fucking takes half my goddamn health. How useful the bow is. And as I said, underutilized. Whoop. And dead. Bam. Stick a Leo ring on that bad boy. Another. Another fucking catch ball. That's so funny. And a few, 3, I think. Was it 2 or 3? Demon Titanites. But this is the area then where we saved Solaire. Just to kind of show. I mean, you can see it from here, but just show off. This is the area then that we saved Solaire in. So yeah. The only problem with this is that it's not really a great shortcut. Like it is, and it skips the whole area and all the lava shit down there. But to me, I'm always just like, oh, fuck's sake. You know? Sorry, just checking my timer. Yes, but that's how that goes anyway. Now, I said we were going to finish off a quest line today, and I will stand by my word. Let's head down here. So, you start going in here, think something nice, and then you fall down. Now, there are multiple endings to this quest line. I'm going to try and get the best one, so... I say the best one, I'm going to get the true one. So we're going to have to kill some of these fuckers. Now, to note here, do not kill them all. You want to kill most of them, but leave one of them with a little bit of health, at least. So, like I do, it takes 3 hits to kill them. I'm going to hit them with 1, 2... be careful, don't kill him, as I said. Be careful when dropping down because you will land in him and get hurt. But we can see El Sigro over here, so we want to go chat to him. Come around here. Ooh, items. Do you hop down here? You do, I think, don't you? Or if you want to stay up there, that's fine too. That's perfectly fine with me. Yeah, you do that. But let's get in here to Siegbro. Oh, how do I get into Siegbro, actually? Siegbro, I can see you. Hello. Oh, yeah, you want to do this. You want to come here. And then up and around. So, if you were to kill them all, you'd get a band ending. If he, because you're going to see here, he's going to jump down. If he jumps down and takes too much damage, you'll get another bad ending. But if we can kill them all, or he thinks he kills them all with not a lot of damage, we will get the, I hesitate to say the best ending, but the true ending to his questline. Hello?
Oh, ho! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. Must be the warmth. Well, what's on your mind? No, don't tell me. Those monsters making life difficult for you? You need not be ashamed. We're all in the same boat, you know. I really have run up quite a debt to you. Perhaps the time has come.
I'm just going to stick on our rusted iron as well.
Friend, I have an idea. A good one, really.
Cheers, by the way.
I will rush those dire fiends, and you can slip away in the confusion.
I don't know how good an idea that is, bro.
By the honor of the
Onion,
Knights
bro.
of Katarina, allow me to assist you. And now, I go. Don't be slow.
Maybe don't just. Get him!
Come on!
Fuck yeah!
Here you be terrific, foul creatures!
Oh shit, there's another one.
I am the fire of Katarina, and you shall feel my wrath!
On the level of my name is Gyobu Masataka Oniwa. Fucking love this guy.
But didn't you get away? Well, you've saved me, once again. Oh, thank goodness. I'm exhausted. I think I'll have a rest. Oh, don't you worry. The ground below me is my pillow. I'll recover shortly.
Rest easy, my friend. Have a good sleep. Putting them things we gave him to good use, clearly. So obviously, again, this is that same type of material as down in Sen's Fortress, so you will be slow rolling if you don't have the rusted iron on. What was that? Oh, that's probably some green. That's probably some green shards. Let's just double check. Yeah, green shards. Okay, cool. But yeah, I love that dialogue, and it's a dialogue again that a lot of people don't get because they either, well, one, they might not do his questline at all because there is actually no need to finish his questline for the platinum. Yeah, you might not see the end of that questline, one, and then two, even if you do, some people will just see him jump down with all the enemies here, and then he's gonna get fucked up and either killed or worse, or there's multiple ways that could go. There's multiple ways that can go, but we saved them. And as I said, I love that. I love that dialogue. Of the Knights of Katarina! Ah! How about you, you fucking bastards! And he kills them all. We'll say he killed them all, because he's a bro like that. Anyway, there's no items on this side, I believe. This is just a quick way out if you want to come out quickly. But we don't want to come out quickly. We're going to go back down because there is an item down here that we want. Yeah. There is an item down. Well, we don't want, but that we can get anyway. Which is pretty fucking cool, my guy. Pretty fucking cool. And you'll be coming in here probably twice if you're going for the platinum because I believe... well, I think there could be an enemy that drops it, but it's a very low drop rate. But anyway, you want to come down here because you can grab yourself a red titanite slab. Very good. Very good indeed. And that's back into the middle there. But I think we want to go... Actually, we do want to go this way, I think. Because we want to go up this side. I believe. Yes. And this brings us up then to the item we could see on this side. Red Titanite junk. Which obviously you would need if you were going to use it to level up your thing. Now, to get out of here is another matter entirely, so we're actually going to have to go back down because I went the wrong way. But you want to... You see you have to get onto this, so we got to go follow that around. It's over to there, so jump back down, and I believe it's just over here. In fact, I think you go up on top. Yeah, you go up on top, don't you? Yeah. So actually, this is the way out. Realistically, and me saying, oh, there's not really much up here, but yeah, no, it's the way out. If you want to walk out. If you don't want to walk out, then you can go whatever way you want. But if you want to walk out of here, you got to come down here, give a roll, and then walk your happy little ass back up the tree trunk. And you're out. Ta-da! I always thought there should have been maybe an item or something in this corridor to entice you in more. Because realistically, if you look in, you might not think to go down there. Anyway, let's have a return to the bonfire so we don't have to walk all the way back. Because we are going to go to Firelink. Yes, indeed. Ah, good, Seekbro, you made it out of the... Oh. Wait, no, that's a normal sword.
Well, hello again. I have finally located my father. All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
My mother's last words.
My father, he went on his final adventure. Don't worry, that's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. If he goes hollow, I'll just have to kill him again.
Fucking badass.
My father, don't worry.
So a couple of things to note there. One, she finally passed on her mother's words. We don't know what her mother's words were, but we assume her last words, so assumedly his mother has passed away. Obviously isn't undead, so the mother is... Not his mother, her mother. His wife. Assumedly now she's dead, and she's just gone. She's dead. Keep that in mind. She also says that he goes on multiple adventures all the time, and that he, this isn't the first time he's done it. And she also makes reference to the fact that, oh, well, if he goes hollow, I'll just kill him again. Which is interesting because, she clearly had to kill him before. He obviously went a bit loony, and she killed him and managed to maybe bring him back from the brink. But also that she notes that it is his final adventure. So clearly he turned around and said to her, oh, listen, I have one last thing I want to do before I go, and so I want to go on my final adventure. But if we remember the stories of the undead, we know that hollowing is when pretty much, I suppose, you give up. You no longer have a reason to live, type of thing, So him saying, oh, this is my final adventure. Adventuring is very clearly his life. I don't really, from that dialogue, does it really explain to you to come down here to Ash Lake? I'm not sure. She never says anything about going down below or anything. His whole thing has been adventuring down below, so maybe you would think, oh, let me go down to the furthest reaches. Potentially? I'm not sure about that one. But, yeah, I don't know about that one. But here we are anyway, down in assumedly the furthest reaches, though I do think that, which there is an area that technically, geographically speaking, is lower. But I mean, even when we're in the Tomb of the Giants, which seems pretty fucking low, we can see down into here, you know. So we're at least on the playing field of, you know, isolate and stuff like that. But that being said, you know, this area really does look like it holds up. If not the world, then parts of the fucking world. I remember, and I can't remember if I said this in our first visit here, but I do remember in the early days and stuff like that, a lot of people kind of hypothesized that maybe this was like a, you know, Bioshock 3 type thing where, Bioshock Infinite type thing where all these arch trees represented different Lordran. I don't think that's the case, especially since we see broken ones and stuff. Like, I don't think they're holding up different realities. It's an interesting idea, and I mean, if that's your headcanon, there's nothing specifically to say that's wrong, you know. And that's, I think, what is so wonderful about an area like this. It's so fantastical and crazy that it could very much be something like that. Who knows? Who knows? And maybe we'll never know. Maybe we'll never know. For now, though... Aha! Onion Bro! You're here. We found you. Oh.
My father, all hollow now. He's been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Katarina. You assisted us both greatly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now. Oh, Father. Dear Father. Oh.
Pouring out for Onion Bro. A true, wonderful warrior. So again, what's interesting about her is that I will return to Katarina now. We've discussed a lot of things in this series, but one of the major points that we've kind of seen again and again and again, we saw it with the undead merchant up above in fucking the undead parish. We've seen it with dialogue, and we've saw it with item descriptions and stuff like that. I'm just gonna get out of here, by the way, because it's just depressing. We saw it, and we'll let them have their moment's peace. They will disappear now. That's the end of the questline. There is no more. That is the end of the questline. But we have saw repeatedly that once somebody becomes undead, we saw it with Lautrec. We saw Lautrec as well, I suppose. But we saw it with Laurentius, the pyromancer who was here. We saw it with Big Hat Logan. We saw it with Logan's apprentice Griggs. We saw it with so many different characters. Once you become undead, you tend to be ostracized and kind of shunned from polite society, I suppose, and kicked out. And some people love it. Some people love it. Like, you know, Laurentius, for instance, from the Great Swamp, didn't really care because he never really felt at home anyway. Everybody kind of always kicked him around and kicked him out anyway. So that was kind of that. But if you think about the dialogue we just got, I will return to Katarina. She's not undead. She's not hollow. Well, she's definitely not hollow, but she's not undead. She came to these lands, the land rife with hollows and undead and all manner of beasts and creatures. Only the people who are dead come here because, you know, of the prophecy and things like that, and maybe treasure, or maybe coming here to search for a way to stop being undead and stop the hollowing and all that type of thing. Only people we've met, every single character we've met in this game is either undead or a creature of some sort. She came to this land looking for her father to deliver the final message of her mother who passed away. As a human, survived all the trials and tribulations, assumedly went up above to on Orlando, went down below. She went everywhere looking for him. Found him, completed her job, and did it all as a human, which to me is absolutely warranting as one of the most badass characters in all of Dark Souls trilogies. In nearly every From Software game, she is a fucking badass. And yeah, she has a little cry at the end because her dad is dead, but she's still strong and still saying, look, it's what he wanted. He loved adventuring. He died happy, which is such a fucking awful thing to say, but he did. He passed away happy knowing he had completed all his adventures, and now, assumedly, because she put him down fully, he's no longer going to respawn, apparently. The way she kind of says that, he will no longer be of nuisance to anybody. He's dead. So now he can, if this world indeed has an afterlife, which the presence of people like Nito and stuff like that tells me that there probably is, because we have souls and stuff like that. There are souls in this game, like, you know, it's got it in the name of the game. There are gods in this game. There are godlike beings. There's, you know. So, in my mind, anyway, my headcanon, I don't believe this in real life, but in my headcanon in this game, he gets to be with his wife and be happy now. Adventuring and who knows. On and on and on. And then we meet him again in the future, in the next cycle, you know, in the next cycle. Because all these games are just cycles, you know. And yeah, so we meet him again. Future cycles. Bro, get the fuck up. Get up.
No, well, and what?
Don't think he'll
like an old withering snake.
Do not treat me like an old withering snake. I don't think he'll have any dialogue, but just in case he does, let's just double check with him.
I am pleased. Is it some? The beings who possess these.
No, same again. Don't forget, you can't feed him any of these things to get either money, or if you feed him slabs, you'll get chunks. You know, whatever. I wouldn't at all. Maybe Titanite slabs if you have a load of Titanite slabs from farming, maybe, but I wouldn't do it. And then, of course, you can feed them items as well to get money. These are kind of fair game. But again, if you're farming for Titanite slabs and stuff, you're going to have a lot of money, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But if you need a quick buck here or there or whatever, go for it.
Farewell, chosen undead.
Yeah. We'll remain here and await thee. But that brings us to the end of this episode again. Thank you all so much for joining me. Next episode, we have the big one. The boss that everybody so loves in these games. Oh, they just love this next boss. Oh, yeah. But I promised I would show, hopefully, I've never actually been great at this, but I'm going to try and show an easier way to fight this next boss, so you don't have to pull your hair out as much. But yeah, a bit of a heavy one today, but do you know what? It'll all be jolly from here, and it'll all be wonderful. And again, sometimes it's just nice to have that bit of reflection, especially this time of the year, you know, and it will remind you to just grab the people closest to you and cherish every single moment and everything. And if you can't, then grab yourself and cherish yourself, you know. Overall, thank you so much for joining me. I've been Kavalech. You've been absolutely incredibly amazing. If I don't see you before then, which I'm going to see you tomorrow if you're watching these day by day, but if I don't see you before then and you do celebrate, have a very, very wonderful and happy and safe Christmas. Again, today's the 23rd, so tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Yeah, have a wonderful one. Have a drink for me if you drink, and have something tasty, and look after yourself, and just have a good one. Have a good one. If you liked what you see today, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think? Are you excited to see the end of this game? Are you excited to learn all the last little bits that we can eke out? And finally, biggest thing of all, just so I know, I kind of have plans anyway. I'm not going to be going straight into another series like this, because this was a lot. There was a lot went into this series. Trust me, you don't even know how fucking much went into this. It doesn't look like a lot, probably, because of me being a fucking lunatic, but a lot went into this series. So let me know if you'd like to see this kind of thing for another one of the Souls games, or another game even, or another franchise or whatever. Maybe Bloodborne? Bloodborne could be fun. Bloodborne could be fun. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? New year, new Bloodborne, who this? There will be, however, after the end of the series, there will be a nostalgia series, because it's been a while, and I'm feeling some nostalgia. I'm nostalgic for this fucking game, let's be honest, but you know what it is. I've been Kyle Kavalech, you've been amazing. All the best. We gotta do the thing one more time. Bye.